A very good morning, class 7th. Now, yesterday we had talked about the Rashtrakutas and the Palas. So today we are going to start the Pratyaharas. Okay, let me read that. The rise of the Gujara Pratyaharas. Gujar, actually we are saying na Marathi, Gujar. In English, Gujar. So it also says Gujar. Gujar Pratyaharas. Gujar Pratyaharas was an important feature of the political condition of the North India. So up to now, what we have learned, we had learned about the Deccan. Yes or no? Because who is the king of the Deccan dynasty? It is the Rashtrakuta. The Rashtrakuta has control in the Deccan dynasty. In the Eastern India, the Palas were there. Now we have to go to the North India. The North India under to the Gujar Pratyaharas. Okay. The Pratyaharas gave up their traditional occupations and rose to the prominence by using the military skills. And Nagabhatta first was the earliest prominent king of the Gujara Pratyahars dynasty. So, dynasty, the Gujara Pratyahars dynasty, who was the founder of that dynasty? The Nagabhatta first. Nagbhat first. He was the first founder of that the Gujar Pratyaharas. He recited the Arab rulers of Sindh who were trying to introduce into Rajasthan, Gujarat and the Punjab. He was a very brave king, the Nagbhat first, because he has controlled, because from the Arabs want to become in the India, so that the Arabs want to come to India and they want to occupy the Rajasthan, Punjab, Sindh parts of that place. But the Gujar Pratyaharas were there, Nagabhatta was their first one, and he was fight with the very high militaries, and then also he defected to them also. That's why these Arabs peoples could not become in our India after 400 years. After that one, they had become in our India. So because of the Nagabhatta first, our India has controlled. India has saved by the Arabs. But after 400 years, the Arab has came into our India. We know that one history. He was succeeded by the two quick successors, namely Kuka and Devaraja. So the two successors were there, Kuka and Devaraja, so we don't want to talk about them. But by the next important ruler, Vastaraj. So one of the is the important ruler. Vastaraj was the most ambitious ruler. His desire to conquer the whole of North India and put him into conflict with the Palas. So he was the one of the ambitious rulers. Vastaraj. He is from the which one dynasty we are talking about? The Pratyaharas. He is from the Pratyaharas dynasty. Pratyaharas. Gujar Pratyaharas. He was the ruler. His name is the Vastaraj. He was a very ambitious ruler. He was to take all the North India under to him. Further, he suffered a defeat at the hands of Dhruva, the Rashtrakuta rulers. But he has defected. He has defected in the war by the Rashtrakutas. He lost that the war in the Rashtrakutas. Then see, then up to the year, history is the more. If we have to give the more and more lecture, we can give the more lecture for the Gujarat Pratyaharas. But whatever they are given, we have to explain that much, because if we don't want to spend our times. Then after that, the Pratyaharas become powerful under the leader of the Mahira Bhoj. So one of the ruler. So is the some of the successors were there. Whose Vastavraj? Some of the successors were there. Even he lost some of they were ruling of some of the place in the North India. But when Mahir Bhoj came in the powerful, when he has taken the chance, yes, when he become the powerful in the Pratyaharas, what he did? He rebuilt the empire and recovered Kannauj, which remained the capital of the Pratyaharas for almost a century. So almost a century, the Kannauj was the capital of the Pratyaharas. The Kannauj has capital of the Pratyaharas. Okay, the Kannauj is the capital of the Pratyaharas. So he was the remain up to the century years. So he has captured that one. Who? Mahira Bhoj has captured that the Kanuj. He was succeeded by his son Mahendrapala first. So he was succeeded by his son is the Mahendrapala first. He extends, so Mahendrapala first, he extends his dominions by annexing Magad and North Bengal. So he has taken under to him the Magad and the North Bengal. The Pratyaharas were great patrons of learning and literatures. The Pratyaharas ruled North India from the early 9th to the middle of the 10th century. So 9th century up to the 10th century they had rules on that the North India. The repeated defects at the hands of the Rashtrakutas king led to the downfall of the Pratyaharas. Then after that, again the Rashtrakuta has came and Rashtrakuta has defected to the Pratyaharas, Gujar Pratyaharas. Then also after that, Gujar Pratyaharas lost from the Rashtrakutas. Okay. Now, tripartite struggle for power was here. The death of Harshvardhana, we know the Harshvardhana is the last king of the Hindus. Yes or no? He was the last king. After that, what happens? The death of the Harshvardhana resulted in the disintegrations of the empire into the several small kingdoms. After that, Harshvardhana has died. That several small kingdoms were there. They had declared themselves they are the king of that the place. So when Harshvardhana was there, that times all the kings were under the Harshvardhana. But when Harshvardhana has died, they all have declared themselves, yes, we are the king of this the place. Yes or no? Since the time of Harshvardhana, Kanuj was the symbol of sovereignty and a center of political development in the North India. Since the times of the Harshvardhana, the Kanuj was the capital of that the place. Yes or no? Kanuj, due to its location, become an important center of the trade and commerce. Because due to these locations and these are the good centers, it has become the good center of the trade and the commerce, means for the business. The fertile regions of Gangetic Valley fostered agricultures. The new kingdoms that emerged were equally interested in acquiring control over Kanuj. So the new, those are the new kingdoms who were there. But after the Harshvardhana died, there were the several kings has become. Yes or no? And all the kings they want to be capture the Kanuj because it has a good place for the trade and the commerce. It has a good agriculture place also. So that's why all the kings they want to be capture the Kanuj. The struggle, the struggle between the three major empires to establish their supremacy over Kanuj. So three empires were there. Which one? The Rashtrakutas, the Palas and the Pratyaharas. Yes or no? All these struggles, they had fight between each others. The struggles between the three major empires to establish their supremacy over Kanuj is termed as the Triptych struggle by the historians. These three empires were the Rashtrakutas, the Palas and the Pratyaharas. Or control over Kanuj in term was great help to imply the control over the upper Gangetic Valley and rich resources. However, the constant struggle weakened the three densities and led to their ultimate decline. So all these three fellows, the Rashtrakutas, the Palas and the Pratyaharas, all these were they fighting each others. They were fighting among themselves to control to the war only the Kanuj. So because of this, they has become the weekend. Yes, almost. If I will fight you with always, then what will happen? I will become weak also and you will also become the weak. So these three fellows also become the weekend and they lost their all the positions. Then Rajput. Another important ruling clan who appeared on the political landscape of medieval Indian history was the Rajput. And we know about the Rajput. Yes or no? Chauhan family was there. Yes. They dominated the history of North India from the 8th to the 12th century CF. So 8th to 12th century CF. 12th means 12, 1, 2. Historian has divergent view about their origin. Some believe that they descended from the foreign tribes such as Sakats, Kushans, Huns, Palwas, while another group of historians believe that they are descended from Agni Kulya. or are Suryavamshis or Chandravamshis. So, some of the historians they are saying they are belonging to the Sakas, Kushans, Hans, Palwats. Yes or no? But some of the historians they are saying they are from the Suryavamshi family, Moonvamshi. Yes or no? It is the Chandravamshi or the Suryavamshi, and also from the Agnikul. They are from there. One Rajput clan which left its mark is the Chauhan or the Chahman rulers. So one of the Rajput rulers we know very well, Chauhan or the Chahman rulers. The Chahmans arose as a vessel of the Gujara Pratiharas. Prithviraj Chauhan, everyone knows. Prithviraj Chauhan, the famous ruler of Ajmer, who also known as the Rai Pratihara, Pitroha. The valiant rulers ran resistance against Muhammad Ghori but was defeated in the second battle of the Tehran. So we know about their history. He has lost from that the second battle from the Muhammad Ghori. Yes or no? Muhammad Ghori was there. Several times he has came in the India and he has looted to the India several times, and while going he has taken the more and more the wealth with him. These Rashtrakutas, the Palas and the Pratiharas, they are not united. That's why the Muhammad Ghori has came in the India. The Rajput were also not united. This all Rashtrakutas, Pratiharas, the Palas and this Chauhans, Rajputs, these all our Indian Rajputs, all our Indian kingdoms, all our Rajput Indian kings, they were not united. That's why this Muhammad Ghori has came in the India in the several times and he looted India several times, and while going he has taken a lot of wealth with him. Okay. Now the Cholas. The Cholas we will go to the tomorrow. The Cholas is a little bit big, so tomorrow we will go to the Cholas. Okay. Up to there. Bye bye.